book that I have to read today. Did you hear what I said? There's a book that I have to start reading today. All right? Hello, book friends. Welcome back. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tracy, and today I want to share with you a big book haul, guys. Now, I did a couple of vlogs that I did some mini hauls in, and so I'm not going to add those books into this haul because I've already showed the books. So I do apologize for that loud truck going down the street. Anywho, if you want to see those books, you are very, very welcome to go on to the couple of vlogs that I did earlier in August and see what books I got. Okay, guys? I didn't want to add those because the videos are always long with me, because I very seldomly do small book hauls. When I do a book haul, there's going to be 20 books probably, okay? So, I'm going to start with my book mail, which is I have 2 packages from Amazon. And let me tell y'all, the reason why I wanted to go ahead and do this video now, I think I usually try to do it, I've been trying to do it like at the end of every month, or what have you, or at least before I do probably after I do my like end of the month wrap up. I don't know. However, I had to do this book haul now, which means, this is what it means, you guys are going to get an extra video this week, okay? This week, an extra video, because I absolutely had to get these boxes open, because there is a book that I have to read today. Did you hear what I said? There's a book that I have to start reading today. All right, now that I'm done with my dramatics, I'm actually going to start with that box. And let me see, I can't really, okay, I took the thing off. And I've already opened this box because there was something else that shipped with it. And so I had to get it out, child. I had to get it out. But I have here, We Live Here Now by Sarah Pinborough. Y'all, I don't know why I'm so excited about reading this book. I really think because of some of my other Thrilly Girlies that I watch, they just really got me hyped to read this book. I wouldn't say it's FOMO, because I'm not missing out. I am not missing out. I'm not trying to do anything but read the book. I just want to read the book because it looks like it is really good. Now, y'all know I don't do horror, right? So I'm really hoping that this is not horror. If anything, it might have a little, I don't know if it's a little gothic or not. But I absolutely love the cover. I'm not into scary stuff either, but I love this cover, child. And I wanted to be able to, possibly recommend this book for October, since some people say, oh, it's scary season. I'm not trying to be scared, okay, in any month, okay? But just to get with the program and be able to recommend a really good thriller book for October, I gotta read it. I gotta read it today. So, with that being said, of course, this is a thriller. Lisa Jewell said, brilliant. The twist completely blew my mind. That's what Lisa Jewell said, y'all. Okay, Harlan Coben, Chris Whitaker, different people had something to say about this here book. So, oh yeah, okay. So a riveting modern gothic full of clever twists and surprises that have become Sarah. Okay, all right. So this must be considered some type of gothic thriller. After an accident that nearly killed her, Emily and her husband Freddie moved from London to a beautiful Dartmoor country house called Larkin Lodge. The house is gorgeous, striking, and to Emily, something about it feels deeply wrong. Old boards creak at night, fires go out, books fall off the shelves, all of the items from the terrible presence she feels in the third floor bedroom. Okay. But these things happen only when Emily's alone. Okay, then Emily won't be alone. Did you hear me? I will not be alone. So are they happening at all? She's still medically fragile. Her post-sepsis condition can cause hallucinatory side effects, which means she can't fully trust her own senses. Freddie doesn't notice anything odd and is happy with their chance at a fresh start. They never do, child. They never do notice it, okay? Emily, however, starts to believe that the house is being haunted by someone who was murdered in it. Though she can find no evidence of a wrongful death, as bizarre events pile up and her marriage starts to crumble, Emily becomes obsessed with discovering the truth about Larkin Lodge. But if the house has secrets, so do Emily and her husband, and they live here now. Okay, first of all, we're going to find another house like it or in the same, I don't even know if I want to live in the same neighborhood with it, but you know what I'm saying. That's me just being scary. But anywho, friends, I am really excited about starting this book. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a vlog on this book, so stay tuned. The next book that I have, okay, I don't know if you saw my address or not, I'm super excited about this one. Now, I just said I really don't have FOMO, but here's another book that I just had to get because of the author, okay? Definitely because of the author, and that is In Deadly Company by L.S. Stratton. Let me tell you, Do What Godmother Says, and what was that other one? Not So Perfect Strangers. Yep, Not So Perfect Strangers. Let me tell you, I absolutely loved both of those books. Like, I really feel like I can read Do What Godmother Says again this October, okay? Because it was so good to me. So I definitely wanted to get on the bandwagon with this one. I wanted to get on the wagon, y'all. I want to get on it and get rolling with her new release. Like, this literally just came out this Tuesday. Today is the 4th. It came out on Tuesday, and I had it on its way here on Tuesday, okay? So, I'm glad to have gotten this book, before a lot of commentary come out on it. I'm not one to really say a whole lot about books because I wanted to, not, I done said it over and over. No spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers. But, generally from what I've seen, when new books come out, everybody talking about them. Everybody are talking about them. And I usually wait until the talk cools down. Then I get the book. But I couldn't do that with this one, okay? So we have here, as assistant to the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, Nicole Underwood has plenty of tasks on her to-do list. One of which is the blowout birthday celebration for her nightmare 1%er boss, Xander Chambers. But when the party ends in chaos and murder and Nicole is one of the survivors, wow. Suspicion from the investigators to the media lands on her. Was she the reason for all the bloodshed? A year after those deadly events, Nicole tries to set the public record straight by agreeing to consult on a feature film based on her story. However, while on set in Los Angeles, she is sidelined by inappropriate casting and persistent bizarre script changes. and haunted by the persistent visions of her new deceased boss. It seems clearing her name isn't so simple when the question of guilt or innocence is complicated. All right. This sounds like it's going to be good, y'all. It sounds like it's going to be good, and I'm hoping I can get to this book before the summer ends, okay? We have until what, September 21st or something or another. And just because of the cover, but you know what? Even if I don't get it before the summer end, I'm going to read this book before this year end. Do you hear what I'm saying? All right, let's move along. All right. So this next set of books that I have, y'all know where they come from. Y'all know, y'all girl. If you new here, you don't know yet, okay? You don't know yet, all right? But we are going to look and not judge because I have a few books here. I usually have lots of books, okay? A lot more than this, but I'm going to share these 10 books with you guys, all right? The first book is by Kristen Hanna. You know, that's our girl. That is the bestie's girl, Kristen Hanna. Home Again. Now, I don't know anything about this book. I saw it now this particular book, actually, this one and this one, The Things We Do for Love. Let me back up. I said that I got these did I get these? Yeah, okay. Okay. I got these at Friends of the Public Library, but they do still have like that ugly Target sticker on this one. And then I don't know if this is Half Price Books or somebody else, but I'm just going to do these two books together. So we have Home Again, and I believe this is some type of, this is probably more like contemporary. Let me see. This one came out. Ooh, this is a old one. Okay. So the paperback version of this just came out, but this copyright is from 1996. So this is a pretty old book, which it don't matter to me with Kristen Hanna. It does not matter. I'm going on her backlog now. I have, I think, one more of her more up-to-date books, which I believe it is this one right here, The Nightingale, to get done. And I believe that's it. Let me see. I believe that's it for the newer books. So I'm starting to go back on her backlog. And look, I'm looking to go in. I am looking to go in, lean in, all the things on Kristen Hanna this winter and fall season. Okay, we going there. All right. So anyway, in this classic romantic novel, Madeline Hilliard is a brilliant cardiologist at the top of her game. A loving but overworked single mom, she is constantly at odds with her confused and angry daughter, Lena, a teenage rebel desperate to find the father she has never known. He is Angel DeMarco, now a cynical, world-famous movie star, living in a shallow, glittering life. When tragedy brings them all together and Angel's damaged heart needs healing, Madeline must face the betrayals of the past and find the courage to love again. All right, we talking about a love story. This is contemporary, I'm pretty sure. I love adult love stories. This gonna have some substance, okay? This one is gonna probably be deep, all right? And I'm loving that. I'm loving that for her and for me, child. It's gonna be good. This one is The Things We Do for Love, all right? Years of trying unsuccessfully to conceive a child have broken more than Angie DeSaria's heart. Following a painful divorce, she moves back to her small Pacific Northwest hometown and takes over management of her family's restaurant in West End, where life rises and falls like the tides. Angie's fortunes will drastically change yet again when she meets and befriends a troubled young woman. Angie hires Lauren Rabito because she's seen something special in the 17-year-old. They quickly form a deep bond, and when Lauren is abandoned by her mother, Angie offers the girl a place to stay. but nothing could have prepared Angie for the far-reaching repercussions of this act of kindness. Together, these two women, one who longs for a child, and the other who longs for a mother's love, will be tested in ways that neither of them have imagined. Oh, this sounds like this gonna be a tearjerker. This sounds like this gonna be one of those tearjerkers, okay? And I'm here for it. All right, so we have here Local Gone Missing by Fiona Barton, and this is a new author for me. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything for her. And you know what? I actually got this book. I actually got this one out the dollar store. Yep, I got this one out the dollar store, $1.25. And I saw it, I read the back, and I felt like this would be something really interesting to me. Let me see, when did this one come out? Does it? I know it has it on here. Okay, so this came out in 2022, so it's not that old. And I just wanted to check it out. So Elise King is a successful and ambitious detective, or she was before medical leave left her unsure if she'd ever return to work. She now spends most days watching the growing tensions in her small seaside town of Ebbing. The weekenders renovating old bungalows into luxury homes, and the locals resentful of the changes. Elise can only guess what really happens behind closed doors, but Dee Eastwood, her house cleaner, often knows. She's an invisible presence in many of the houses in town, and she sees and hears everything. The conflict boils over when a newcomer who wants to put the town on the map throws a gigantic music festival, and two teenagers overdose on drugs while attending. After a man disappears the first night of the festival, Elise is drawn back into her detective work and start digging for answers. Ebbing is a small town, but it's full of secrets and hidden connections that run deeper and darker than Elise could have ever imagined. Okay. All right. I like small town. I like small town detective type stories. So this seemed like it's going to be good. Now, this next author, I don't have any books of hers, and I really, really wanted to start jumping into her writing. She's a YA author, from what I understand. And I saw this book and I couldn't pass it up. I believe, I'm pretty sure this is a series that I've heard people talking about, and that is Holly Jackson, Good Girl and Bad Blood. Yes, so I saw this book and I had to grab it. I don't know. The only thing that I don't know, I think this might be the second book in the series, because the first one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And so, guys, let me know in the comments if you have read this series. Do I have to start with the first book? Probably so. When I'm doing series like this, I usually like to start with the first book, but let me know if I definitely need to get the other book before I start this series, okay? So we have another detective here. Pip is not a detective anymore. Oh gosh, these stickers, y'all. So let me see if I can get this off of here. I should have took it off before I started this video, but I didn't even think about it. Let me see. Yes, friends, and if I think I've mentioned it quite a few times here, but that Goo Gone really helps to get the sticky stuff off the book when you remove any stickers, whether it's those Target stickers or, you know, the store barcode stickers or whatnot. The Goo Gone, even on paperback books, it works really well, okay? You can check one of my videos. I believe it's even in the title. And that's where the link is. Or you can just look it up at Amazon yourself, child. I totally understand. All right. So Pip is not a detective anymore with the help of Ravi Sign. She released a true crime podcast about the murder case they solved together last year. Though the podcast went viral, Pip insists that her sleuthing days are behind her. But when someone she knows goes missing and the police won't do anything, Pip has no choice but to investigate. After all, Jamie Reynolds disappeared on the very same night the town hosted a memorial for the 6-year anniversary of the deaths of Andy Bell and Sal Sign. I don't know if that's right, y'all. It has to be more than a coincidence. Pip follows a trail of clues, uncovering more of her town's dark secrets along the way, and this time everyone is listening. Will she find Jamie before it's too late? Well, we're going to find out. Yeah, we're going to find out. Sounds like it's going to be good. This next book, I also this one came from the Friends of the Public Library. This has been on my list since probably last February to get, and that is The Lone Women by Victor Laval. I can't remember how to say his name. And I have been wanting to get this one. He has many books out there. I think I just read one of his books. What did I just read, y'all? That's a shame. But I believe I did read one of his books. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, a woman with a past, a mysterious trunk in a town on the edge of nowhere, and an absorbing, powerful new vision of the American West from the award-winning author of, I believe this is definitely some kind of historical fiction. Let's see here. Adelaide Henry carries an enormous steamer. Oh, yes. Okay. An enormous steamer trunk with her wherever she goes. Is locked at all times because when the trunk opens, people around Adelaide start to disappear. Oh, my goodness. The year is 1915 and Adelaide is in trouble. Her secret sin killed her parents, forcing her to flee California in a hellfire rush and make her way to Montana as a homesteader. Dragging the trunk with her at every stop, she will become one of the lone women taking advantage of the government's offer of free land for those who came to it. Except that Adelaide isn't alone, and the secret she's tried so desperately to lock away might be the only thing that will help her survive the harsh territory. Crafted by a modern master of magical suspense, Lone Woman blends shimmering prose and unforgettable cast of adventurers who find horror and sisterhood in a brutal landscape, in a portrait of early 20th century American like you've never seen before. Okay, so it sounds like it's going to be some magical realism in this, okay? And we're going to have, this is going to be really good. This is going to be really good. You know, this is a black male author. And I'm trying to think, y'all. I'm not going to think too hard. Did he write, what did he write? I can't think of it. Oh, well. You know, we got Google. We can look it up. Because it was something I'm pretty sure I just read by him. It's going to eat me up. All right. But I'm sure this is going to be good. The next book I have is The Perfect Escape by Leah Conan. I believe did I already do this book in another vlog? I think I did. I think I already did this one, guys. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, but anyway, this is a thriller. And let's see, new friends Sam, Morgan, and Diane are thrilled to go out of the city for the weekend. They bonded over their messy divorces. Yep. And every mile on the odometer feels like another step towards putting their axes in the past. But when car trouble strands them in the most unlikely of the mountain towns, they come face to face with the hurts and betrayals they were so desperate to leave behind. When Diana doesn't return home after a night out, Sam and Margaret's search for her reveals just how little they know about their friend. In eerie coincidences and secrets begin to pile up. The women realize their detour may not have been a mistake, and someone wants to make sure they never make it out. Ooh, okay. Yep. Girls trip gone wrong. Yeah, I think I do remember talking about that, but well, it never hurt to hear it again, child. All right. This one I just recently picked up. What the Neighbors Saw. Sherry Lapina said this is a fresh and new voice. So Melissa Adelman, is a new author to me. I saw this one and I wanted to pick it up. Y'all know I love me some domestic, okay? And that's what it looked like from the cover. When Alexis and her husband Sam buy an neglected Cape Cod house in an exclusive DC suburb, there are ecstatic. Sam is on the cusp of making partner at his law firm. Alexis is pregnant with their second child, and their glamorous neighbors welcome the couple in with open arms. Things are looking up, and Alexis believes she can finally leave her troubled past behind. But the neighbor's picture-perfect image is shattered when their neighbor Teddy, a handsome, successful follower of three, is found dead on the steep banks of the Potomac River. The community is shaken as the police struggle to identify and apprehend the killer. Tension in the neighborhood mounts and long-buried secrets start to emerge. In the midst of turmoil, Alexis takes comfort in her budding friendship with Teddy's beautiful and charismatic widow, Blair. But as the women grow closer, the neighborhood only becomes more divided, and when the unthinkable truth behind Teddy's murder is finally uncovered, both Blair and Alexis must re-examine their friendship and decide how far they are willing to preserve the lives they have so carefully constructed. Sound like it's going to be good. Sound like it's going to be good. This next book that I have is Finley Donovan Rolls the Dice, all right, by El Casamino or Casamino, or however you say it. I really like Finley Donovan's series. I did start it this year. I have a few books to go, but I saw this book and couldn't pass it up. I'm not going to read the blurb on this. I mean, anybody know she's more of this is like laid back mystery. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna laugh in this. All right. She's pretty funny. So we're going to see what the end going to be. This next book is a book that I've had on my list for a long time. I have been waiting. It's been in my thriftbooks.com cart forever. And I told y'all, I'm pretty patient, especially for, older books, to wait and see if they show up at the Friends of the Public Library. And lo and beholden, Talking at Night by Claire Datherley. I've been wanting to get this book. I don't know anything about this author, but I saw the cover. Just the title alone made me want to buy the book, honestly. I don't know why. I was just drawn to the book. I believe this is probably, I don't know if this is contemporary. I'm sure it is some type of contemporary fiction, women's fiction, something. Let me see. It is. Okay, they said beautifully written and keenly felt. It's romantic, but not a romance. For this novel is authentic to its bones. Okay, that's what somebody had to say in the blurb. This is the story of Will and Rosie. The two are opposites in every way, and yet they fall for each other as teenagers. 90s music, sideways glances, sunsets, bonfires, and talking late into the night. It's palatable, inevitable. They're on the precipice of starting something wonderful until one day tragedy strikes and any possibility of being together seems to shatter. But time and again, Rosie and Will find their way back to one another through the years. Though the years pass, they cannot quite let go of what might have been. All right, it sounds like a beautiful second chance romance. Once again, we going through stuff in these stories. All right, and we as kids, they evidently had some type of relationship and were in love or whatnot, and then time gonna turn back around. Okay, you gonna get another chance. All right, so this sounds like it's gonna be good. All right, y'all, this last book, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. This last book, once again, this was a book that I've had on my list, and I finally saw it in the Friends of the Public Library. So I had to pick it up. And it is The Dinner List by Rebecca Searle. Now, I've heard a lot about this book, and it was the synopsis was just so interesting to me that I had to grab it. We've all played the game. Which 5 people, living or dead, would you like to have dinner with? But what if that dinner was to actually happen? When Sabrina Nelson arrives at her 30th birthday dinner to meet her best friend, she finds at the table some unexpected guests, among them her favorite professor from college, Audrey Hepburn, and her ex, Tobias. After almost a decade-long love affair with Tobias, Sabrina is at a crossroads much more significant than turning 30. The New York life she always anticipated for herself and that she worked hard for doesn't appear to be in her future. Her best friend has moved on to motherhood. Her family might as well be strangers, and marriage is as far off as it ever has been. While the wine is poured, appetizers are served, and dinner table conversations begin, it becomes clear that there is a reason these 6 people have been gathered together. As Rebecca Searle masterfully traces Sabrina and Tobias' relationship from their first meeting in college to navigating the treacherous terrains of their 20s, the dinner list grapples with the high and lows of first love and the unexpected detours on the road to finding your own happily ever after. Okay, this sounds like some type of contemporary romance mixed with magical realism and something else, okay? It sounds like it's going to be good to me. All right, friends. So, if you guys have read any of these books, and you feel like, this is something I definitely want to get in before the year is over, let me know. Other than that, they're going to go on the shelf till I get to them. Most of them, I feel like, except for the one that I told you I'm going to start reading today. Okay? But other than that, I am so happy and excited to have all these books. All right? They're going to get read. They are going to get read. But until next time, friends, keep being who you are, and that's a star. So keep shining. Bye.